Hello curious people, welcome to Jainism, the ancient science. I am Manisha Kala from India and today I am going to talk about Nirjara, the fast shedding of karma. In this episode, I will explain the meaning of Nirjara, then I will go on to types of Nirjara and subtypes of Nirjara. And finally, I will explain one subtype, Anshan. So what is Nirjara? Nirjara is nothing but shedding of karma. Now for most worldly beings, this happens automatically. But what if I don't want to experience the fruition of karma, or I want to shed my karma faster? Say my karma was going to come to fruition after 100 years. I want to experience it right now, or maybe within 10 years, and I want to shed them. Or what if I want to reduce its impact? Say I know I have done some bad karma unknowingly or maybe knowingly, but then I don't want to experience the bad fruition or bad consequences. Can I reduce it? Can I convert it? Can I change it? Can I experience it early? All this is possible. Jainism has shown ways to systematically reduce karma. So Nirjara is the process. It is that Nirjara which helps you to change your karma, to shed your karma faster, to shed karma without showing its impact. That is also possible. So what are the types and subtypes of Nirjara? There are two major types of Nirjara, Akam Nirjara and Sakam Nirjara. Akam Nirjara means you are not doing anything, your karma is coming to fruition automatically. It is showing its result and shedding, and while showing its results, your soul doesn't decide mindfully how I want to react or what I want to do. It just goes with the flow, and you also feel that, the soul also feel that impact of karma and react in some or other way and bind new karma, and your cycle goes on. The other is Sakam Nirjara, means I am doing something that will shed my karma consciously. I am consciously doing something. That is Sakam Nirjara. Sakam Nirjara is also called Tapascharya. The word Tapascharya has come from the word Tap. Tap means heating your body. So some of these exercises, they heat up our body, and this heat of this external body reaches to the karmic body and it affects the karma sitting out there. It reduces their intensity. It reduces their time to come to fruition. It loosens that grip. See, intensity means how badly that will affect me. When it is a very bad intensity, it will affect me severely. But if it is mild karma, it will affect me very little. And how tightly those karma are bound to my soul. If they are very tightly bound, then it will stay with me for many years. But if they are loosely bound, then naturally it will shed quickly. It's like that dust. If your skin is dry, then dust will fall off. If your skin is moist, it will stick for longer. So Nirjara is the way to reduce the intensity of karma and to reduce the time interval for how long that karma will stay with you. Definitely the time interval reduces, so it will shed faster. So you are pulling them ahead. You are not letting it sit there. You are bringing them to fruition. So that is Sakam Nirjara. Now there are two types of Sakam Nirjara or Tapascharya, Bhaya Tap and Abhyantar Tap. Bhaya means external and Abhyantar means internal. So there are some activities which we do externally. Externally means if we are doing some efforts, others can also see it. It is registered by others because it is done externally. And some Tapascharya we do internally. Others will not come to know about it, but you are doing it. So that is internal Nirjara and other is external Nirjara. Again, these both Nirjara, external and internal, are categorized into six subtypes. Types of external Nirjara or Bhaya Tap are Anshan, Unodri, Rasa Parityag, Vrittik Sankshep, Kay Klesh and Padisallinata. And internal Tap, internal Tapascharya, internal Nirjara also has 6 subtypes. Prayaschit, Vinay, Vayyavaj, Sajjay, Dhyan, Vyutsarg. So there are total 12 ways you can shed your karma faster, you can take up this process of Nirjara and progress spiritually. So let me begin with the first subtype of external tapascharya, external Nirjara, that is Anshan. Anshan is made up of two words, An plus Ashan. Ashan means food, what we eat through our mouth, and An means non. So not eating food through mouth is Anshan. The English word for that is fasting. Now what is the duration of that fasting? Of course, there are varied durations. It's not just 24 hours or say 2 days or 3 days. No, it is varied. It can also be as short as 1 hour. Generally, people believe that Jains do fasting. They don't eat or drink anything for one full day. That is just one way of fasting. What if I am not able to fast for the full day? I can't even skip a meal. My body doesn't allow me. I have acid reflexes. I have other problems. I am on medication or any other thing. What to do? No fasting? No. Jainism gives you multiple ways. It offers you multiple ways of doing Nirjara, multiple ways of shedding your karma. So let's begin with those small things, those micro credits we can take for the spiritual progress, and those are Chauvihar and Trevihar. Jainism has divided food into 4 categories: Ashan, Pey, Khadim, Swadim. Ashan means normal what we have, bread or rice or lentil or whatever main food, main course meals. Pey means water. Khadim means delicacies like desserts. And Swadim means mouth fresheners like betel leaves or saunf or other things, whatever we have, chewing gum, mouth fresheners. These are 4 types of food. When you don't have all these 4 types of food for few hours, it is called Chauvihar. Now again, here also that concept of Akam Nirjara and Sakam Nirjara comes. Say for example, a woman is visiting a dietitian, and that dietitian has given her some kind of a diet program where she's been told that you eat at regular intervals, every 2 hours you eat something but don't eat anything in between, and she follows it very well. Okay, now breakfast, after that 2 hours I will have fruits, then after 2 hours I'll have my lunch, that way. She's staying hungry for 2 hours, but she is not taking any pachkhan. Means she is not taking any Chauvihar pachkhan, that yes, I confirm I will not eat for 2 hours. Then that becomes her Akam Nirjara. She is trying to control her Ahar Sangna, but it is for that dietitian's sake. It is not for karma shedding process. But if she decides, okay, as is my dietitian has told that I don't have to eat for 2 hours, let me take a Chauvihar pachkhan. Let me just take pachkhan so that I remember that even by mistake I don't eat anything, and I will consciously control this Ahar Sangna and I will consciously shed some of my karma. So now pachkhan converts your Akam Nirjara into Sakam Nirjara. So now what you are doing is consciously doing. Definitely it has many more benefits than that Akam Nirjara. It's like keeping your door open. You know nobody is going to enter, but still that door is open and there is a chance of somebody coming in. There is a chance that if I see a candy bottle and I will just pop in one candy. But if I have taken Chauvihar, it will remind me, no, I don't have to eat. It's like locking that door for 2 hours. That's a small interval. But that is also called fasting. Small interval of fasting. And supposing I have a tendency of dehydration, I cannot live without water. I need to drink water at regular interval, maybe at every 30 minutes or so. Fine, that is an exemption, that is allowed. So such people can do Trevihar. They are drinking water, but rest 3 food items they are not having, they are taking pachkhan for that. That is also good enough. Now there are some who are very strong, whose bodies are very strong. They can do long hours of fasting, intermittent fasting. That is very popular nowadays. So Jains do it since the ages. So many elderly people, so many radical Jains you will see doing Chauvihar at night. What is that? That is intermittent fasting. They finish their meal by 6 p.m. before sunset and they have their next meal after sunrise, after that Naukarshi, after 9 a.m. So that is a long hour of fasting. It is nothing but intermittent fasting. They are keeping their mouth open, their food intake open for only 8 or 9 hours. So that is intermittent fasting. But if you don't take pachkhand, then it is a calm nirjara. If you are planning to follow intermittent fasting, then make your timing such a way that okay, I will have from 9 to 5 p.m. or 9 to 6 p.m. Then I will take Triviyar. I will drink water, but I will not eat anything. So that becomes your Sakam Nirjara. Then there are people who can survive with only 2 meals per day. Okay, I will have one meal at 10 a.m. another meal at 5 p.m. Only 2 meals. And once I will sit for meal and whatever I want to eat, I will eat and then I will not eat anything. That is called Vyasana. If you can survive with only one meal per day, one at one particular time, you sit, you don't get up. In Ekasana or Vyasana, you don't have to get up in between. If you get up, your meal is done. So you have to sit at one place, gather everything, eat and finish. So these are Ekasana and Vyasana. After that comes full day fasting. Now that full day is not 24 hours fasting, it's much more, because your fasting ritual begins at the sunset. You don't eat anything till morning, full that day, and then next morning you are having your meal. So it is more than 30 hours. It is almost 30 hours. So that is one day of fasting. It's generally called Upvas. Then comes 2 consecutive days. 2 consecutive days you are not having anything. That is called Chhat. Then 3 consecutive days. It's called Attam. 8 days you are not having anything. Atthai. 16 days you are not having anything. Solpata. 30 days you are not having anything. Mask Saman. So these are various ways of fasting, but that is only one way of tap. There are 11 other ways prescribed by Jainism. So those who are unable to do such tapasya, such big fasting rituals, you have other options, and that is why I have taken up this series, that understand Jainism holistically. Jainism has given multiple options so that each and every person can follow it in some or other ways. So this was all about fasting rituals. Now what happens when we do fasting? When we do fasting, our Ahar Sangna comes under control. Those who have seen my Sangna videos, they know that Sangna can pop up anytime. That craving for food can pop up anytime. Ahar Sangna can pop up anytime. And we may give into it or may not. If I feel like eating, I may eat it or I may not eat it. So when I don't eat, I have shed that karma without forming a new karma. So that helps me in Nirjara. And consciously, if I don't eat for full day, see, definitely I will feel hungry. I will feel hungry at the morning time, then at my meal time again I will feel hungry. Of course, body will demand food, but you are able to work without, rather you are able to work comfortably without eating. Then these kind of fasting rituals can help you shed your karma faster, because during the day, if you felt 10 times like eating and you didn't give into it, you didn't eat for those 10 times, your Ahar Sangna, your karma has reduced drastically. Another very important thing with this Nirjara, not just your food intake you have to control, you also have to control your emotions. I am not eating anything for full day, but I am really feeling angry. And I am scolding everyone, each and whoever comes in front of me, I am scolding because I am irritated, I have not eaten any food. That is not good. If you are not eating for one purpose, then you are feeling angry, then your purpose is not solved. You are forming new karma by doing that anger, by doing that krodh, by scolding others, feeling irritated. So it's not just you are not eating anything, you also have to control your emotions. There will be some who can comfortably do all this fasting, but then they have that big ego. I can do so many fasts. I have done this many atthais in my lifetime. I have done 51 fasts together consecutive. So that ego can also surface. Again, downfall. Because you couldn't control your emotion, you did fasting. But your ego became so big that you attracted much more karma than you shared those karma by fasting. Another major thing is nidan, niyana, what we call. Fasting for a purpose other than shedding karma. I will do this many fast. Please, God, please give me this thing. I want luxuries in my future life. I want to be beautiful in my future life. If my fasting ritual has some fruition, then please grant me this. I will do this many fasting, and I want my fruition to be as a king. So these are all niyana or nidan. They are very, very harmful, because when you do such rituals or fasting, tap, see, we also have stories in other religions that somebody did fast for this many days, and then some god was pleased and he gave some boon. Or we have also read stories of people getting so angry at others that, and their tap, their fasting rituals had so much power that they can curse someone. So these are all negative impacts of Nirjara, because it was done for some purpose other than reducing karma, other than your spiritual growth. It was some materialistic reward you were looking for. So that is also bad. Why bad? Because when you are doing some tapasya with that focus, all your fruits, the byproducts which you are getting, get washed off. I will give example of a person who is stuck in a valley. He fell off the cliff and stuck in some cave, waiting for the rescue team to come. The rescue team took 3 days to come to reach that person. He had nothing to eat or drink. He was so stuck. In that case, he did atham, but that is akam nirjara. But somebody who is fit and fine, who did not eat for 3 days with the purpose of spiritual growth, no materialistic rewards expected, then not only his karma got shed, but he also earned byproducts. Like, of course, spiritual growth is the biggest byproduct, but he may also get a better life in next birth, or he will get some good benefits this birth, like he will earn some good profits. That was a byproduct. He didn't intend to get that profit. He just intended to shed the karma, and karma also has variety of karma. There are 8 types of karma, and all the time whenever we are forming karma, 7 types of karma are continuously formed and 8 types of karma are continuously shed. That 8 type is Ayushya karma, that is our lifespan. As our life passes, that Ayushya karma particles are shedding, they are getting lesser. So when we are shedding karma, more or less quantity of all types of karma are shed. So it is possible that you shed different types of karma as a byproduct and you get some benefits. Here also I will take one example. Say I have done fasting, 1 day of fast, Upvas, 1 day Upvas, and then I decided, okay, since I have done Upvas consciously, I would like to spend some time with my guru, or I will sit in some pious place, Upashraya, and spend my day. Upvas has its benefits, then sitting with a guru is another benefit. Then I decide, okay, today I don't want to watch a movie or any content, I will rather read some book. I want a total spiritual inclination. So if I read that book, my Gnanavanya karma is shed. I will get less sleep if that day I am not eaten. So it is possible that I don't get more sleep. So my Darshanavanya karma are also shed, because sleep is due to Darshanavanya karma and I am not sleeping. That means my Darshanavanya karma has shed and I am getting less sleep. That's a spiritual progress. Those people who are at very high spiritual levels, they sleep for very short hours. They need sleep but very little, or they are just lying down to give rest to their bodies. Kevalis never sleep because sleep deprives you from knowledge, information, and Kevalis continuously have knowledge about everything happening in the world. So they never sleep. So in this way, your various karma become mild and they shed also. Say for example, one person was destined to stay hungry after 10 days, but he decided to do a fast today, he decided to stay hungry today. So the karma which was destined to remain to make him starve after 10 days are pulled here. Those karma are shed because he was destined not to eat one meal. Today he skipped his meal. So that karma is shed now. Now that karma will not come to fruition. He has already experienced that karma, willingly experienced that karma. These are just examples. There are multiple ways in which the karma are shed, and for that, to understand everything how the karma works, the karma theory is huge. Even I have not learned so much. I am still in the learning process. But whatever I have understood, I am sharing with you. Maybe you can come up with some other things, and I would really love that. If you know something more, please share with all of us in the comments. And if you like my videos, then like and share them, subscribe them. It beats the algorithm. It makes reachable to many other people who are interested in the same topic. This is how the algorithm works. In India and elsewhere also we say, knowledge increases by sharing. This is my way of sharing my Gnanavanya karma. I am sharing my knowledge with you so that you are benefited and I am also benefited. So these were various ways of doing anshan. Now what is the extreme? The extreme way of anshan is santhara, that is not eating till death, fasting till death. Debates are going on about santhara. Some people say that santhara is suicide. Santhara is not suicide. Why it is not suicide, that I will explain in the next episode. Till then, stay connected.